What's happening, people? It is Brian with Oneset.com, and the whole point of this training log is to hopefully hit a stone PR.
Today's your day, buddy.
But first, I'm going to show you some training footage from Wednesday where I was working yokes. I'm trying to up my speed on it. Every single time I do that, I almost hurt myself. And some front squats, which went pretty well. But I did not tape on Monday or Tuesday because number one, I didn't feel like it, and number two, it was mainly conditioning, so it's not that interesting for you guys to watch. Still fighting with this weight. Anyway, I am off to go chase an Atlas Stone PR. Hopefully that happens, or this video is probably never even gonna get seen. Let's go! All right, guys, so here's some of my yoke walks from Wednesday where I was just trying to work on my foot speed. This is 630 pounds, and then all the rest of the runs are at 700 pounds, so you see me walking kind of like Frankenstein, and it doesn't really look pretty, but when you're trying to drive up speed, things get a little ugly. This is the weight for nationals. Hopefully it goes well. The weight itself isn't that heavy, but moving quickly with it is always a challenge. Then I moved on to my strength work for the day, which was front squats. So I was working triples all the way up. This is 405, which is a decent amount of weight for me. My head starts to get a little funny at 405, but to be completely honest, hitting those yokes prior to this definitely had my entire posterior chain in a compromised position. Yoke walks destroy you. They work your upper back, your lower back, your hips, your ankles, your soul. They just beat you up. So 405 went pretty well, so I decided to jump to 455, which is a challenge even on a good day. So I was actually very happy to get 3 on this day. I got done this second rep and really contemplated putting it back, but then I figured, what the heck, if I miss it, I miss it. I'll go for it. So I went for it. You can see my hand slipping off. There it goes. And I was happy that was done. Then we fast forward to yesterday because I did not have enough training footage because I didn't tape Monday or Tuesday. So I needed a little bit more for this video, so I threw in my stuff from yesterday. These are banded axle deadlifts from the height that I need to pull at nationals. Now this height is actually worse for me. It's a 13-inch deadlift, and that is my just about exact sticking point when I pull from the floor. So to be completely honest with you, I would rather pull from the floor, but I don't have that option, so we work it. Now those are doubled up average bands, which means at the very top where I have the band peg set, it adds 270 pounds. Now how do I know it's 270 pounds? Because I have that veterinary scale that you can see behind me right there with those sledgehammers, and you weigh it. So that 500 pounds normally wouldn't be a big deal at all. It is a massive deal with the bands. This is 550, which is actually a PR. However, that was not a PR. I did not get that. But I decided I was pulling like a baby, so I reset, pulled again, and got through that sticking zone. Ends up being about 820 at the top and was hard. Then we again go back in time to last Friday, where the entire reason for this entire video was me trying to hit an Atlas Stone PR. Now what you're going to see here is a bunch of reps between the weights of 260 and 300, where I'm just getting a bunch, trying to give you guys a bunch of different angles while I was warming up. Then I get to the 350 stone, which was the previous heaviest stone that we had. That was no problem, so then I loaded the 385. Now this is the first time it's ever been touched, and it felt like every bit of 385 pounds. It very well may have been because of all those yoke walks and front squats last Wednesday, so this was 2 days later after that. Maybe that played a big role. I hope so, but I was very, very happy to load it. It went right over, no problems there.
That's a big baby. Let's do it again.
So then I proceeded to get a couple more reps with it. Probably ended up getting 3 or 4 in total before I couldn't get it anymore, and my back was telling me that it did not want to play anymore. But as you guys can see, that's breaking down even further. Now I'm starting to bump the bar. It is what it is. I'm very, very happy to have gotten it, but now I need to make a stone over 400 pounds. Alright guys, video recap. So it is Saturday morning now. Yesterday was Friday when I did that Atlas Stone. I'm very happy about that. It was definitely less explosive, probably from those front squats and the yoke walks on Wednesday. I think that's a pretty safe bet. Training's going pretty well, but cutting weight is still a pain. Just is what it is. But a lot of you have been asking about my foot to see how it's going. Not well. Bottom line is there's a bunch of torn tendons and ligaments as well as bone damage in there. It's not going to be fixed until I get surgery, but I am not going to get surgery until it is after all these competitions are over. Is that stupid? Yes. It does hurt every single day, especially after days like Wednesday where I do a bunch of yoke walks, especially when I try to push the speed because then my foot rolls over. You can already see I stay on my heel a little bit more than I probably should, and that kind of hurts other things. I don't really complain about it. I don't really talk about it because complaining about it and whining about it doesn't help it get better any faster. It's not gonna get better, it just needs to get surgery, then it'll be better. But depending on how I do at Nationals, if I qualify for the Arnold, which happens in March, it won't be till after that, so it won't even be till springtime before I'm 100% again. What are you gonna do? So I do really appreciate the concern and the well wishes, but guys, it's not gonna get better anytime soon, not until I get it fixed. So thank you, but I don't really wanna talk about it. Other than that, I got some cool things coming up next week. Hopefully you guys will enjoy them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys very much for watching. Go out and do something amazing with your lives. Spend the rest of the weekend doing something awesome. Be nice to each other, and I will catch up with you early next week.